This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. I am back. Did you miss me? I'm back. This is my temporary permanent studio. I've got some people working on some cool ideas for what's going to go in my background here. So wait for that. I guess that's a cliffhanger of sorts. Before I get started today, I want to give a thanks to both Michael Greiner and the Bank sisters for holding down the fort, as it were, while I was gone. I've said this before in one of my kind of impromptu sitting down in my empty house videos, that while I don't subscribe to some of the same beliefs that were talked about by both Michael Greiner and the Bank sisters, that is all part of the conversation. I think it's important that people who care about the outcome of this country and care about other people, the minor disagreements that we have, we should be able to talk about openly and with fairness and charity to the other side's arguments in order that we make the world a better place. And that's why I gave both channels a signal boost with my small channel here in order that we could have that conversation. So I want to thank you both so much, all three of you, Courtney and Keisha Banks, and also Michael Greiner. Thank you so much. I appreciate your efforts. So the other thing related to that, before I get into the topic today, which is a doozy, is views were down while I was gone. Kind of expected, because it's not my dumb face that everybody comes to see. Wasn't there. And because of that, I need your help to battle back against the algorithm that YouTube sees fit to run their show. So if you would like and comment on this video, share this video with your social network, that would be fantastic. Do all the things that kind of game the system to get me back in my place in the algorithm, so new voices or new listeners, new viewers can catch my content and see my videos. Thank you for that very much. I appreciate you all. Let's talk about something today that caught my eye this weekend. Donald Trump has never really stopped campaigning for president, even though he won the presidency. He was in Arizona, Florence, Arizona this weekend, giving a batshit crazy rally speech. If you thought Donald Trump had spent all of his racist currency, you would be wrong. If you thought we saw the worst of Donald Trump while he was president, you would be wrong. There is a brand new flavor of Donald Trump that is even more egregious than we witnessed before during the campaign, during 2016, and also while he was president. They are just all out, right out, no more dog whistles, talking about white supremacist policy points, conspiracy theories. And at one point, he was talking about who gets therapy and who does not if they get coronavirus. He even said that white people aren't getting the vaccine, or not allowed to get the vaccine, which is weird because I'm pretty white and I've had the vaccine. 2 shots and a booster. And when the next booster is recommended or available, I'll get that one too. I'm going to play this clip, and then we're going to talk about all of the different data points refuting his point, but also where he got this ridiculous Trumpian conspiracy theory. Watch this.
Even in America, we're witnessing cruelties that can be scarcely believed. They can't be believed. The left is now rationing life-saving therapeutics based on race, discriminating against and denigrating, just denigrating white people to determine who lives and who dies. If you're white, you don't get the vaccine, or if you're white, you don't get therapeutics. It's unbelievable to think this. And nobody wants this. Black people don't want it. White people don't want it. Nobody wants it. The It's not even believable. You saw this a week ago where it came out. Nobody can even believe it. They don't even talk about it, and they don't want to talk about it because they know it doesn't work very well for them. But the Wall Street Journal described the practice race-based preferential COVID treatment. Said that's what it is. You get it based on race. In fact, in New York State, if you're white, you have to go to the back of the line to get medical help. Think of it. If you're white, you go right to the back of the line. This race-based medicine is not only anti-American, it's government tyranny in the truest sense of the word. The Supreme Court should intervene, shut down this flagrant civil rights violation immediately. Somebody has to get it to the court immediately.
Now, of course, we don't know where Donald Trump came up with this lie, this insane, racist lie, but we could guess. I don't know if you can hear that. This happened quickly. I live in the city now. I don't live in the suburbs in Orange County, California. So you're going to be hearing noises because I have a home studio and I live in Washington, D.C. and there are sirens from police and ambulance and everything else. So that's the very first video you're getting a taste of the sirens. So you're going to be hearing that going forward this next year, maybe in perpetuity. We'll see. But on to this. So Donald Trump, ostensibly, because we don't know where he got it from this Wall Street Journal opinion piece entitled New York's Race-Based Preferential COVID Treatments. New guidelines say whites may not be eligible for antibodies and antivirals while non-whites are. Now, of course, if you don't know, the Wall Street Journal is owned by Rupert Murdoch and Fox News, the News Corp. So, of course, they're going to have this kind of a take. And Donald Trump ran with this and made it even more of a white supremacist conspiracy theory than they did in this particular opinion piece. Here, I hold in my hands New York's, what's the title of the document? It is their COVID-19 oral antiviral treatments authorized and severe shortage of oral antiviral and monoclonal antibody treatment products. So it's a summary of who is eligible to receive this life-saving yet in short demand healthcare item. And in it, they give their eligibility requirements, and I'm going to read from them. New York's eligibility for COVID-19 oral antiviral treatment. And by the way, Utah and Minnesota have similar guidelines. This isn't just a New York thing. So we're going to go through these, and it's the last part that really is going to make some sense here and refute the lie, the white supremacy that both the Wall Street Journal and Donald Trump are purveying. Oral antiviral treatment is authorized for patients who meet all the following criteria. Age 12 or older, weighing 40 kilograms or 88 pounds for this particular drug, or 18 years or older for this other particular drug that is beyond my pronunciation skills. Test positive for SARS-CoV-2 on a nucleic acid amplification test or antigen test. Results, anyway, they go through this whole list. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Have mild to moderate COVID-19 symptoms. And then as a caveat to that, patient cannot be hospitalized due to severe or critical COVID-19. Able to start treatment within 5 days of symptom onset. Have a medical condition or other factors that increase their risk of severe illness. And here it is. This is the part where the white supremacists among us ran with this particular thing. Because one of the terms that we've heard talked about for so long during the course of this pandemic that might not have been in your lexicon is comorbidity. That certain people, if you're a fat guy who's over a certain age limit, or you have breathing problems like asthma or other things, if you're immunocompromised, all of these different things are what are called comorbidities related to COVID-19. They add a little extra juice to you having a negative outcome if you catch COVID. Well, part of that, because certain racial groups are being affected far more than white people, they're considering those, if you're in that racial group, they're considering that not necessarily a comorbidity, but because the outcomes are so bad that you are also eligible for this COVID treatment. And that's this caveat here. Non-white race or Hispanic Latino ethnicity should be considered a risk factor, as long-standing systemic health and social inequities have contributed to an increased risk of severe illness and death from COVID-19. That's it. And according to the CDC, to back up the point even further, put this up on the screen. If you are American Indian or Alaska Native, non-Hispanic persons, you have a 1.6 a greater chance of getting it, a 3.3 times greater chance of being hospitalized, and a 2.2 times greater chance of dying from COVID-19. If you are a Black, African-American, non-Hispanic person, you have a 1 time greater chance of getting it, 2.6 greater chance of hospitalization, and 1.9 times chance of dying from it. And then if you're Hispanic, 2.1% chance of dying, 2.5% chance greater of hospitalization, and 1.6 times chance of getting it. This is why it is listed as a criteria for getting this particular drug treatment. It is not that whites go to the back of the line. If you're white and you have any of these other things where you have mild to moderate COVID-19 symptoms, if you're white, you get a treatment. If you're 12 older, weighing more than 40 kilograms, or 18 or older, you get the treatment. It doesn't exclude white people, but that doesn't matter because Donald Trump is running for president and he is trying to appeal to the most disgusting people in his base, the most racially radical in his base. That's where we are. It is the same we've been seeing, except it's been amped up to a higher, greater level where the dog whistles have been jettisoned, and it is now right in your face with insane lies and racism, because now there's no need to act like anything else. Everyone knows who Donald Trump is. And just like we know who he is, we know who his supporters are. Because if you're still supporting Donald Trump at this point, we're beyond the past of soul searching. We're beyond the past of economic anxiety. You're a racist. It's beyond even that racism isn't a deal breaker for you if you're a Trump supporter. If you support him now, something is wrong with you. Gravely, gravely wrong with you. And if you support him after every single instance of all of this nonsense, God help you. Because the only reason to put forward lies like this is racial division and white grievance. Like every problem in the world, if you didn't succeed as a white person, or you're not happy with your station in life if you're a white person, is to blame it on a person of color. It must be someone got my job. I could have had a better job, but some black person got it. Disgusting. And that is exactly what Donald Trump is attempting to tap into, to try to inflame racial tensions in this country at a level even greater than we witnessed during his presidency. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think about this. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I am very, very happy to be back. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. Follow me on social media if you have not yet. I am at Dollemore just about everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. And if I bring you value, if you are overjoyed that I'm back and you haven't become a channel member yet, please consider supporting my work here on the platform. For as little as $1.99 a month, you can click the join button below this video right down here, become a channel member, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. All these, both of these, all of these, there's only two. These two ways are great ways to support and produce what I do here on the platform. Living in Washington, D.C., I'm going to have awesome proximity to all of the things that are going on. In fact, on the 23rd, they're having some kind of an anti-vax ding-dong rally. And very well could just snatch a camera, go down there and start interviewing some dum-dums. I just got to make sure I have some better than surgical masks on hand for myself and my cameraman. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Please, again, help me get back on the in the algorithm. Share, like, comment, do all the things that make the YouTubers happy. I love you guys. I will see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.